Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So it's that time again. 1 month down. Time for final thoughts. How good a month was this? Well, the answer might surprise you. Take a look at some of the notes I wrote down. We'll talk about the officers first. I normally do. Officers are very crucial to this game. And you see, I have them loaded up here. I hit the group tab, and here you go with all these Strange New World officers. 3 new ones this month. Nurse Chapel, M'Benga, and Sam Kirk. And you can see, didn't unlock any of them. Wow, how do you think I'm going to rate these officers? For as good as you want to say their abilities are, if you don't get them, if the sourcing in the month is trash and there is no sourcing mechanic, what does it matter? Now, maybe you unlocked them, but I didn't, because there was some crazy shit where the events went, the communication, and it was like, oh, that third weekend? No M'Benga. Oh, okay, cool, thanks. Check out the officer ability. Sam Kirk, captain ability, reduces enemy shield health, or shield hit points, by 10% every round versus non-Armada hostiles. Okay. Could be useful. Depending on how, your other bridge slots go. Officer ability, Kirk increases critical hit damage by 40% versus non-Armada hostiles. Again, at tier 1, this is 40%, and you can see right here, at tier 5, max tier, 350%. Yeah, that sounds really good, but again, if you don't got him, and if you can't get him up to tier 5, who cares what the number is? You don't get the benefit of it, so it doesn't matter. But I mean, yeah, you got to make your money, so you put pay walls on them, on some stuff. Okay, it's fine. Don't expect me to say they're great. And M'Benga, your captain, finally with your Strange New World crew, you get a mitigation ability that is good against all hostiles. Bad thing is, it's a captain ability. I don't think it's great as a captain ability. M'Benga increases all mitigation stats by 1,500% of officer health versus non-Armada hostiles. Now, it's a very good ability, but at the same time, think about all the other officer abilities. The original rares, New World Spock, New World Uhura, Hemmer, and Ortegas, they don't pair with M'Benga as captain. So that's 4 officers of the group that are no good paired with this guy. So, yeah, while the ability is nice, it isn't. Who's his sidecars? Who are his sidecars? Okay. Officer ability increases your shield hit points every round by 2%, 15% at max. Now, this could be a good sidecar with New World's Pike, because with synergy, even more damage will go to your shields. Therefore, M'Benga will repair your shields during the battle. Now, depending on who you are and where you're at in your player progression, this is either going to be worth something to you or it's not. I mean, my shields don't go down in battle. Well, in PvE battle, anyway. Of course, I'm higher up here. Don't really have punch up to do. Like, I don't have the ability to do that. Maybe a few levels. Like, okay, I guess hitting a level 60 hostile for 58 players punching up, technically. But it's only a little bit. Now, if you are a level 40 player punching up to 55 level hostiles, okay, there's, and maybe this is useful to you. Maybe I just don't see Kirk or Mbenga as must-haves. And some of that comes down to, I think Janeway and her crew are much better for fighting some of these hostiles. I kind of got away from Strange New World crew a long time ago. But I mean, they're nice officers. They, from what I heard, they work. It's not, what's the word that Rev likes to use in his survey? Must-haves. They're definitely not must-haves at all. If anything, if, between the three officers this month, if you had to pick one that's a must-have, Nurse Chapel is the must-have. And probably the most shittily sourced of all the three. And honestly, this is borderline unacceptable from this game and the way they source Nurse Chapel this month. I bought the $20 battle pass. All I got is 15 shards for Nurse Chapel? You're out of your mind. That's bullshit. You didn't even get half. Really? And that's part of the problem I have with a lot of the officer sourcing. Oh, we're going to give you, you saw with Kirk. Oh, you're going to get 80 shards of Kirk and 80 shards of Mbenga and 15 shards of Nurse Chapel for a total of 175 officer shards. That's fantastic. It sounds fantastic, but when you spread it out between three officers and you don't end up unlocking any of the officers, then who the hell gives a shit? You don't get the benefit of using the officers, especially the good one. Let's check out. She's a rare shoe. She only has a officer ability and a below deck ability. Officer ability increase the amount of volatile isomatter you get from destroying Gorn hunters. 25% at tier 1, 200% at tier 5. Okay, yeah, maybe. Again, I would have to test this out in a scenario where I would even use this officer ability. I mean, especially fighting the Gorn, because that just doesn't make sense to me. You can't do full synergy Strange New Worlds on your bridge and, with her slotted in one of the bridge spots and actually get benefit of this ability. So what? Okay. Very confusing to me. Yes, I mean, I've heard it just does work, but again, you would have to put other officers on the bridge. You wouldn't be able to use, say, for instance, you wouldn't be able to use Mbenga, Kirk, or Chapel. You wouldn't do damage to the Gorn. Why? Because they only take isolytic damage. They don't take regular damage. So without North Chapel below, because that's her below deck ability, increase your isolytic cascade. It's not even isolytic damage. It's isolytic cascade. 5% at 1, 40% at tier 5. Wow. It's good. But again, these two abilities are good, but to me, they shouldn't be on the same officer. I'm sure people would love 200% extra loot. But then you're not using Mbenga and you're not using Kirk on the bridge. Okay. Okay, so what is Mbenga and Kirk good for? Oh. Alright. Wow. It's very strange, the officer abilities here. It's just, these three that came out, it's just, you need to flip them around a little bit. So, it's just, I get choice. Choose. Do you want the extra loot or do you want the isolated damage? Well, considering you can't get the base loot from the hostiles without isolated damage, I just assume that this officer ability is... It's not pointless, but it's almost unusable because you need this so much more. And you can't use both of these abilities at the same time. Which is fine, but as far as I'm concerned, Chapel's lower deck ability and Chapel's officer ability are the two best abilities between these three officers. I know people are going to say Mbanga's captain ability is really good. But you can get mitigation other places. You can. What you don't have that much of, isolytic damage or cascade from a below decks officer. Actually, you got none except for 7 of 9 in PvP. Chapel's one of a kind here. Okay. This officer ability, 200% at max. 200%? Yeah, that's technically one of a kind here. Because it is only against Gorn hostiles. Yes, if you're lucky enough and you've been working on maxing your 5 of 11 for how many? 4 years. Wow, God, it's disgusting that it takes that long. You can get 100%. Or you can get 100% if you want to use new Picard and new data. 200% is more than 100%. I'm just checking math here. I can't say that about Sam Kirk and Banga, and it's like, okay. Sam Kirk and his shield stripping. Is that really that useful against the Gorn? They only take isolytic damage anyway, so I don't know about that one. Maybe. So I just... While I like some of the officer abilities here, I don't like their slots. I don't like where they're slotted between the three officers. And the source, this is the worst in-month sourcing I've ever seen. 15 of 39 for the rare officer for somebody that bought the battle pass? Absolute bullshit. And you know what? It's so bad, you don't get thumbs down. You get middle fingers. This is what I think about your officers. And I can get over the abilities and where they're slotted. This number right here, unfucking acceptable. You're lucky you did other things in this month, or I'll just fail you right now for this. But that's just my opinion. And I literally ranted for 10 minutes of how bullshit I think you've handled these fucking officers this month. Trash. So let's go on to the missions. Wow. I'm going to rant about the missions. Way too much effort for the missions. How many kill 10 plus hostile tasks were there for these missions? Way too many. That's the answer. There were way too many. And for what? There were how many officer shards? Was there even anything of any value in there other than the officer shards? I don't think so. I guess there was some shit to do with the war chest room or whatever the hell that dumbass building is called. And I think what really pisses me off is like, what was the purpose here? What do I think they were thinking? No, this isn't one of those episodes, even though it kind of feels like it. The only thing I can think of is they want us to start hating the missions to the point that we don't want to do the missions and we don't want them to make the missions. So therefore, they just stop making the missions. It would be cheaper for them, right? It would be cheaper to make arcs without missions. You don't have to write the missions. You don't have to program the missions. You don't have to give out rewards. So I see it as these dickheads and whoever created this arc saying, or who's ever in charge of these missions, saying, we don't want to do these missions for these players anymore. We don't want to give them things. We want them to give us things. So we want to make players hate doing missions. We want to make them hate doing missions. Well, I hated doing this mission, so good job. And you know what? Didn't we say the same shit last month? Way too many kill 10 plus hostiles for a task. Look, if you want to do it once or twice between 4 missions, I can kind of see that. I feel like it was 5 or 6 times during these missions. It's like, what the hell? So, no, I won't give you middle fingers for the missions. I'll just... For the missions. No. Stop it, dickheads. Let's go into events, and I did do a rant about this. You know I don't like that Incursions was run during the arc. I just don't like it. It does... And I do understand the choice there, but when it comes to some of these arc-specific events, you kind of need to have them, otherwise there's no real point in having an arc. Like a Battle Pass event. It's kind of hard to do Battle Pass events when you have another server invading your server. And no, I didn't have trouble doing any of the events. But there had to be players out there. I mean, it's like, I'm not that dumb. I know there were players out there that had trouble doing the events. And in some cases, I mean, at least with Incursions, it's just a raid fest. And I don't like it, but I'm sure there are people out there that love raiding. I know there are people out there that love raiding. So they go out there and raid. Hit a thing over here. They go out there and raid other players. Well, they can't exactly do some of these events at the same time. You can't go help your teammates with armadas or territory defense because that season reset in the middle of this arc. And Incursions ran in the middle of that. I just don't like that, and try not to harp on it as much as because I already did it, but overall, I do think there were too many. No, I don't want that. Go away, dickhead. I'm doing something here. Computer fuck. Jackass. Events. What I'm calling it is, I'm calling them baited PvP events. You put up a PvP event, but also you put up a PvP and PvE events up at the same time. Go kill Gorn hostiles. Go kill players at the same time. It's just like one of these doesn't go with the other, right? You go into all these systems and you kill players. Okay, fine. That makes sense. But at the same time, if these players are going into the system to do this event, how do they do the event? You know, it's like the one event counters the other event and almost doesn't allow you to do it. If I'm trying to go to this system for this event, well, that's where the PvP guys are going to go. So I can't do the event in this system because there's a PvP event up. And if I make it so these guys aren't allowed to PvP in a system, then they can't do their event. So that's the weird thing. It's like the PvP event and the PvE event cancel the other one out. And it just, like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, if you made it to where, let's say, again, let's just example of the event of, killing Gorn enemies. If you made it to where the player in there trying to get points for that event, if they also got points for getting blowed up in this Gorn systems, enough points that it actually moves the needle towards the end milestone there, then I don't think it would be as bad. Because I'm still getting points for the event, even though somebody came in and blew me up. They get points for their event, I get points for my event, what the problem is. But it's not how it goes. So I go in there to kill some hostiles, and I can't kill a hostile because I get blowed up. So I can't do that event. Well, then what's the point of the event? Oh, it's so people that want to do the PvP event have targets to kill. Okay? Right? No, don't worry. I was able to do all the events really easy. I didn't have trouble. I'm just saying a scenario that I know happened because players have said that it's happened to them. And what for? Because we want PvP events, do we? You don't need an event to do PvP. I mean, the point for the events is to get the rewards. That's really all that it is. Well, you don't really need a PvP event for that, do you? I mean, if you like PvP, do you only do it when there's an event up? I doubt it. So what does it matter? Does it really matter? I mean, yeah, so I don't... Not sure I really understand that, but okay. One thing I will say that I did like that they made a bucket for all the arc long or longer, the arc long or arc series long events under their own bucket now, it just made it much more organized. I thought it's a very good thing. And did I actually suggest it? I wonder if they watch. Pretty sure I may have suggested something like that. But for all the good organization that you did there, I didn't like your events. So thumbs down. The ticket events. What was up with the ticket events? Like, I guess they stopped sourcing officers in the ticket events a while ago, but they used to. No, for the rare tickets. When you're getting your rare tickets, or when you're filling up that milestone to get a rare ticket at the end of the weekend, there used to be officers in there. There were not officers in there this month. I can't remember if there were last month, but there weren't this month. There could have been, and in my opinion, they should have been, weren't there. So again, well, I already gave it a thumbs down, so who cares? All right, let's talk about the features. And yeah, there's really two of them, I guess, or I guess there's really three of them. One is the Gordon Loop. Another new hostile with another new loot to manage. I would. And why? I mean, these chest pulls aren't even that good. I mean, they're alright. It's nice. You get your Enterprise and your Voyager group officers. It's an okay chest claim. It's like 1 or 2 officer shards a day, which is pretty low. You get some artifacts, some temporal artifacts are in here, which is cool. But it's just another loop and another loop and another house. Oh my god, what is wrong with you jackasses? Like, come on now, man. I mean, come on. Enough of this shit. Enough. Stop doing that. Yep, I gotta put a shield up. Yep. And the other feature, the War Room. I guess probably why there was PvP, so many PvP events, that is what the War Room is. I mean, think Treasury, but where the Treasury is PvE based, the War Room is PvP based. Does make sense. Though I have to say, it's not even going to bring up the what the chest claim is. Yes, I was able to get it up to 21 hard. It's not easy. It's not easy to get the dumb building leveled up. And you have to get the dumb building leveled up for there actually to be a reward from the reward chest. And even that now that mine is 21, I don't know that I really see it being rewarding. I mean, each chest claim gives me like 400,000 par steel. I'm sorry. How much? 400,000? I use 400,000 par steel to wipe my ass every day. It does nothing for me. I had 23 trillion, and you know what? I need more. I still need at least 200 trillion more to be able to go up to level 60. I'm level 58, actually. You see this? Yeah. And you know what? I still need at least 200 trillion. What the hell does 400,000 from some stupid ass war chest do for me? Nothing. It's not a reward. Now, they did make some improvements. They did increase the amount of materials, which is nice. So, I mean, each chest claim was, I want to say 30. It's 30 rare. And that's really how I'm judging things now. Because that's really what I'm needing the most of. Because I kind of got an okay flow of uncommon coming in. But it's so rare, so it's, 30 of each rare every chest claim. Which isn't bad. I mean, it's okay. Bordering on good, I guess. I mean, it depends on how often this war room runs. I mean, it really does. Because I mean, if it only runs once a month, then who gives a shit? You're just not getting anything from it. But 450,000 bar steel. I didn't even look at the numbers for the titanium and the dilithium because the numbers weren't there. Again, it's like, I mean, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I mean, it's another building to manage with another currency to manage and another research currency to manage. Enough. Enough. What they need to do is they just need to make one currency and call it fancy ass building currency for the war room and the court of Q and the artifact gallery and the treasury and the command center and the subspace relay and the exocomp factory and the holodeck and the facade and is that it? Oh, the armory. You need more? No. Thumbs down. Your war room is trash. There's this stupid ass Gordon bullshit. Now for the thing that's really gonna blow your mind. I mean, your mind's gonna be blown. Because I told you, I kind of hinted at this in the early when I started this video. And how terribly I'm talking about almost every single thing here. What is the final grade for this arc going to be? Yeah, shocked yet? As bad as everything is, what you can say is it's really, at least as of right now, we don't know how long it's going to continue, but I doubt it's going to continue forever. It's just not. There's going to be new officers, and we're going to forget about these 3 officers real soon. There'll be another set of missions next month, and we'll forget about this set of missions real soon. There's going to be another set of events coming up, and we're going to forget about these events real soon. Yes, another hostile. But it's going to get relatively easy soon for you, if it's not there already. The war chest, it's just going to get thrown into the mix, and it's not going to be too much extra effort for you. So I think that is an okay thing. Yes, it may be a step backwards because, you added a few more tasks. But what also happened this month? These chests here, these efficiency chests, and I'm talking, not everyone got changed. The Borg, the Talios efficiency claim got changed. The Defiant efficiency got changed. The Mantis efficiency got changed. Stella efficiency got changed. And Fuchsia efficiency got changed. Old loops with old currency. Old currency. One that got added to this faction store some time ago, I guess. The payouts weren't that good. You know what? It all changed this month. I mean, you can see right here from the one I claimed, 750,000. Well, I need to exchange 270,000. So I take 400 common Ex-Borg credits, and I can get what? 3 days pulls? 3 days of max pulls. Forever. For as long as these chest claims exist, which they haven't removed any chest claim ever from this game as far as I remember in the 4 years I've been playing. So it's going to be around forever. This thing for the Talios and the Borg, I mean, as long as the Talios and these inert nanoprobes are a currency that we want to go after for the refinery, as long as that's a thing, this chest claim here is huge for players. As long as the Mantis refinery has Syndicate XP, the Mantis efficiency here will always be useful for you. And you know what? You can trade it off every 3 days. 1, 2, 3. You can. I mean, you can add another one to the rotation if you so choose. And you'll be able to do the max pulls for all 3 of these. You'll never not be able to do the max pulls. And you don't have to do anything except come into this menu, click the view button, and then click claim button. Once a day. That's huge. So while, yes, they've been adding loops, 1, 2, 3, you can get your max pulls just by doing a chest claim. Remove the need to go out and grind Actian Venom, antimatter units, and inert nanoprobes. The need to grind inert nanoprobes. I suggest you do it just for the officer XP, but again, the need has been removed. And technically, yes, the Fuchsia, you no longer need to go out there and mine Latinum. Because you can get enough for the refinery in here. Not quite there with the Voyager or the Monavine. The Botany Bay is so old, I don't even really care about it. The Isogen, I don't think is high enough. Voyager, no. I think I said no. But Stella, you can get a lot more reputation now. Daily. Which makes that loop go so much faster. And then that's another loop you can cross off. So, for the part that, I'll just come right out with it and summarize and wrapping this up here. While there have been so many bad things this month because of these efficiencies, which, by the way, get a double thumbs up. I mean, they're super. I mean, I don't even know what more can I give? Like, all the thumbs up. You can have all the thumbs up in all the land. And even with all the other shit. This is so good, in my opinion, that this is the greatest month in the history of months for this game. 2 thumbs up for the entire month. Yeah. Are you as shocked as I am? I mean, I was kind of shocked. I'm thinking about how I'm going to say the things in this video and going down the list, and it's like, oh, I'm rating each section, and then it's like, well, what's the final grade for the month? This is too good. I mean, at least 3 loops done, but you still get the rewards. That's fantastic. It's great. It's great for players everywhere. Not only do they get the old chess pulls from these loops, now you have a little more time to go do the new shit. Everybody wins. At least as far as loops go. Would be nice if, the Voyager one could have gotten a little bigger. That would have helped. Because there are kind of a lot of currencies to go for in that. So getting 2 of them right here, 2 of the what? 5? Would have been nice, but maybe in another month or 2 we'll get that. But, I mean, it's just too good. I mean, I think the officers were kind of shitty. The missions were kind of shitty. The events were kind of shitty. The other 2 sub features were kind of shitty, but this was fantastic. It was like super duperly fantastic. It's so good that it just carries the whole month. Like, I don't know. It's weird. I guess I'm kind of like saying it over and over again because I don't know what to do with myself. I'm usually telling people to go fuck themselves and you're a jackass and you're a moron. But it's like here I'm like, oh my God, this is so fantastic. I don't know what to do with my hands. The car handle real nice. I don't know what to do. So comment below. What am I supposed to do? I love the changes to these efficiency claims. And for me, it carries the whole month. I mean, I don't care how bad the rest of this shit was. And no, it wasn't good, in my opinion. But this was just too good. The month has to be a 2 thumbs up for me. It has to be. Comment below. Do you agree? Can these few, compared to the other things, it's just a few of them, can they really make up for a month that everything else kind of sucked ass? Is it possible? Is it possible for a few small changes to really just overshadow everything else? I think it absolutely can. It can. Because these are going to last a long time. Where the other things in this month just aren't. Hopefully you agree with me. You're not, oh my God, Rhino, what the hell is wrong with you? I came in to hear you yell and scream at how everybody's stupid, and now you're not. Well, I'm sorry. Hopefully you can live with that. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Rhino. Maybe a little happier this video. Shields up, Commander.